Consistency has always been a challenge for me, whether it's sticking to a workout routine, maintaining a healthy diet, or even keeping up with my hobbies or my projects that I have set out to do. I have had my own ups and downs, and I know I'm not alone in this. It's easy to start something with enthusiasm, but maintaining that energy and commitment over time, that's the real struggle. It's either I become very lazy that I don't continue whatever I started in the first place, or sometimes the work is just too difficult. I would rather procrastinate than sit down to actually be consistent and be disciplined about the work. Does this sound familiar? Hi guys, my name is Truus and you are welcome to the channel. Okay, so I love to read and I like to share the knowledge. So knowledge, anything worth sharing, from books, from videos, from podcasts, anything I see that I think can help someone or help me, I always share it. So today I'm going to share with you tips on how you can finally be consistent. Consistency is something I have struggled with in the past and I do struggle with, and so I have come up with tips that have been helping me these days to be consistent. I haven't fully recovered from inconsistency yet, but some of these tips are very helpful to me and I'm going to share them with you today. Please like the video, subscribe, share with your friends. Let's get into it. I'm going to be sharing a bit of my journey, areas in my life that I have been inconsistent and what I have done about them. So let's get into the video. Let me share a few stories with you. So I'll start like a workout program, and usually I'm very excited about it. Sometimes I announce to a few of my close friends that I'm going to the gym. I'm finally going to the gym. I'm going to work out and I'm excited. Sometimes I'm able to go a few days, but I have remembered in my life I have not been consistently able to go to a gym or to the gym for 1 month straight consistently. I think the highest I've been to is about 3 weeks in my whole life, and I usually get excited, but the excitement just wears off, and sometimes when that happens I feel like a failure because I set out that I want to do this, but I can't be consistent. I can't be disciplined enough to push myself forward to go do this. And I have noticed that it has become a habit not to always stick out with things I plan to do. So I remember recently I started seeing a lot of videos about people crocheting, and I was like, yeah, I used to crochet when I was young. Why don't I pick this habit up? So I'll open my Amazon app just to order the things, and I'll look at it and close, and I'll open, look at it and close. And not because I didn't want to buy or I didn't want to start this new hobby I wanted to learn. It was just me thinking to myself that, are you going to buy these things, be excited about it for the first 1 week, and then put them away, and for the next 1 year you will not open it up? Until today I haven't bought it because I felt like other things in my life or other areas I started that I didn't continue. Why don't I go and focus on those hobbies and those projects and make sure I am consistent and I stick with them until they become habits, so that I can add new hobbies to my life. So that has been my challenge. This is what I've been doing. Let me share with you about 4 lessons that I have learned that has been helping me to be consistent. The first lesson I have learned is to create a routine. I know most people don't like routine. They say it's boring. Why would you live your life as if you are a robot? You wake up at this time, do this at this time. But I've noticed it is one thing that helps me to be consistent with my goals and my projects and my hobbies and the things I want to do. So if I say I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. every morning and I wake up at 6 a.m., I know what to do next because I've already scheduled my day. So from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., maybe I'm going to spend time with Bible studies. From 7 to 7:30, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And keeping up a routine and a schedule and a list of things I'm going to do for the day has helped me to be consistent with my goals, because when I write that I'm going to do this thing today, because I have a routine and I have a schedule, it's always easier for me to do than just waking up and saying, let's see how the day goes. It always ends up with me scrolling through Instagram throughout the whole day and feeling bad and frustrated that my work is piling, I am not consistent, I am lazy, I'm not disciplined enough, and I just feel terrible about myself. So I create a routine, and it's one thing that has really helped me in my journey to being consistent. Also, just to add to this thing about routine, when you create a routine to do certain things, or you have a lifestyle that when you wake up you do this, you do that, you do this. By the time you consistently do it, it becomes a habit, something that is now part of your life, and so you don't even need to schedule time to do it. It's just something you automatically get into the habit of doing it. And it's one thing I like these days. There are a few things I don't struggle to do. I know that between 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. there are usually certain things I have to do, and when I wake up I don't even need like to go through my to-do list of the day to do them, because I know when I wake up I have to do Bible studies, I have to pray, I have to eat breakfast, I have to do this, because of the routine, and they've become habits. And so creating a routine, it's not as boring as people say it is. It actually gives you more time and ample time to do the things you love to do. Because if you say, I'll read at this time, I'll go to work at this time, and maybe I'll go to social media at this time, when you intentionally schedule the time you want to spend on social media, you wouldn't feel guilty about it. Secondly, it's okay to start small. I have realized it's okay to start small. You see, I am a planner both professionally and personally, and I like to set out big goals. I get excited when I want to do new things that I just, because of the energy levels and the motivation at the beginning of that excitement of the project or the new thing I want to do, I always make my goals so huge. And then when the enthusiasm falls off, I never go back. But these days I've noticed that it's okay to start small. You know, recently I am somebody who has been journaling on and off, and I think I'll make a video about journaling for some few years now. But recently I always just set out a goal that I'm going to consistently journal for 30 days, and that is more than saying this year I'm going to journal every day of the year. Because if I say I'm going to journal every day of the year and I miss out 2 or 3 days, I don't feel well to really go back. But if I say I'm going to journal consistently for 7 days, if I do it and I accomplish it, there's this sense of pride in me that I feel very good about it. So I end up extending another milestone and one milestone to another, and it becomes a habit, and I know I'm consistent about it. So I don't say I'm going to go to the gym for the rest of this year. Let's just see if I'll be able to be consistent in the gym for just 1 week. You know, doing them small, it helps. Don't over prolong it for a long time. Let me share the story with you about how I started writing and failed. So towards the end of 2023, I was listening to a podcast about I think it was Ali Abdal and Nathan Berry, and Nathan Berry was sharing his story of how he consistently wrote every day for 600 days, and every day he wrote 1,000 words. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. I have been wanting to learn the art of writing, and I haven't really just known where to start and how to do it. But when I listened to the podcast, I was very motivated. So I added it as part of my 2024 goals that I'm going to set out to write 1,000 words every day in 2024. That would be around 366,000 words. And I was excited. I had a plan how I'm going to write it. And as I am talking to you right now, I'm recording this video in June. I haven't written up to 7 times. 1,000 words up to 7 times, and we're already half of the year, and I know I have healed because I set out the goal. It was too huge for me. When I go out, I get up, I have work to do, I go to school, I come back and I'm exhausted. I don't have the energy to pick up my laptop to type or write 1,000 words when I'm exhausted and I need sleep, right? And so that's why I'm saying start small. Don't overburden yourself. Don't over make the goals huge. Even if it's a huge goal, if I had said maybe I'm going to write 100 words a day, or I don't even have to write it on my computer, because getting up to fix my computer, put it on and all of that is work, and I just, after a long day, I don't think anybody wants to go through that. Or maybe if I had gotten a journal to just be writing in it in a book, or even use my phone notes app to write, it would have been easier than saying I'm going to write 1,000 words a day on a computer. So start small and it will help you to be consistent. The third I'm going to share with you is to forgive yourself when you fail. You know, I am somebody who is usually very hard on myself when I don't achieve goals or when I don't achieve the things I set out I want to achieve. But I've learned to forgive myself. I listen to a lot of podcasts and videos and all of those things, and even most of the most successful people in the world, they don't achieve all their yearly goals, they don't achieve all their weekly goals or their daily goals. We all know life happens. Sometimes we plan that we are going to do this, and in the day something will just interrupt you, and it's not because you were lazy or you were giving excuses. It's life that happened that it was impossible for you to stick to that goal or stick to achieving or doing that thing you wanted to do. So it's okay to forgive yourself. It's okay to pat yourself in the back and say that you will continue it tomorrow or you continue another time. Don't overburden yourself with the fact that, oh, I'm a failure, I can't even stick to my goals, I can't even achieve the things I want to do. It's okay. This is not the end of the world. Pat yourself in the back and ensure that tomorrow you can be better. So don't beat yourself up. It's okay to fail, and it's okay to forgive yourself, and it's okay to re-strategize and start all over again. My fourth point is having accountability partners. I can't even begin to tell you how much having people who share similar goals have helped me in my journey to consistency. So I have accountability partners for different areas of my life, and mostly I feel like one day I have to bring some of them here for us to talk about it. But my struggle is usually with social media, because when I want to do work and it feels difficult, I'd rather just forget about it and go and scroll through social media than sitting down to do the work. So there are times where I'll tell a friend that I'm planning to get off Instagram for the next 30 days. If you see me on Instagram, chase me out of that app. I'm serious about it, and it helps. So there are people I'll just text and say, okay, I don't want to be on social media for the next 2 weeks. All right, make sure I don't come. If I come, chase me out of it, and it helps. There are times where I have a friend where there are consequences to the action. So if I tell you that I'm going to do this and this today and I don't do it, maybe I'll take an extra 1,000 steps, or maybe I'll have to run, or I have to walk around my neighborhood. And I when I'm tired, I don't want to do those things. So I'd rather just do the work than having to punish myself to go and be walking around my neighborhood. So having accountability partners and people who keep you on your toes to ensure you achieve the things you want to achieve can actually help you to be consistent. Find your people. It's one thing I feel like I've been saying a lot in this channel. When you find like even one friend who you can share your goals with and the things you want to achieve in a week, in a year, in a month with them, and say, I want you to help me achieve these things. And the person can ask you, how do you want me to help you? Okay, always call me to remind me that I should do this. Always make me show the results of the things I do, or the end products of the things I say I want to do. And if you have friends that you are going on in the same direction with, they will help you achieve your goals, and you would finally be consistent. Okay, so what other ways have you also done that has helped you be consistent? Leave it in the comment section. I want to learn as well, and I want to be more consistent. Just ensure and remember that take it very small. Don't over pressure yourself, don't overburden yourself. Just one step at a time, day by day, and you will get there. I'm going to leave a video on how to manage your time here, because managing your time is also one thing that can help you to be consistent in the things you want to be consistent at. Please watch other videos. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll see you later. Bye.